kill you, they'll kill the baby. I had people trying to kill me, so I hunted him down and shot him in the head. We were trying to stop a war. They'll shoot you in your head. But world famous, but he's dead now. Yeah. In 6 seconds, and looked him in the eyes. Now they're hunting them train robbers. In 6 seconds, I closed the door. 15 years in that penitentiary, man. I don't have a life.
Well, we're in the right place to find a train. You coming? Let's go. What's that?
Oh, that's a camera. Oh, okay, I didn't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm curious what you're doing.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm just making videos.
Yes. I didn't know what it was. I was just like, wow, what?
What's this guy's name?
That's Sonny.
Honey?
Sonny?
Sonny?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't know. I just looked over, I seen it, I was like, man, that's weird. What's he doing? I'm not normally that nosy, but you know, somebody makes me nervous. Well, be careful watching bulls. What a bull is? Are you riding trains? That's the railroad police. Yeah, they'll shoot you in your head. Fucking. Yeah, they have a right to. They have unprecedented jurisdiction. I swear to God.
To shoot you on a train?
They can do anything they want. Unprecedented jurisdiction is what their boundary is. In other words, they can do anything they want. They can walk out, shoot you in your head in the middle of the street, come back, and it's fine. No crime. Yep. Yeah, real shit. And it's been that way 50 years, 100 years. Well, I don't know anybody that I know that's been shot. No, you know what I mean? I haven't seen them. But I used to know a lot of train riders. And right now they're hunting them train robbers, is why. And so you gotta really watch it, be careful. And watch these boys too, man, putting out here, because man, they are snakes. No, they'll be on the trains, and of course they have the station down here, but they're the train police, you know. They're good. I mean, they're cool. As far as like, they don't usually mess with us, but like when we was here, they didn't mess with us here because they knew that we weren't messing with the trains, you know. But like whenever, of course, we couldn't stay here long before they had us out of here. Yeah. But like whenever we was staying here, they come, the police, the railroad police would just come right here and then turn around and go back. But like, if they caught you on the train or something like that, they might not feel so friendly, you know. That's the biggest thing. So just be careful with that, you know. Well, yeah, that. And I was looking for some cigarettes. Looking for a cigarette. I wandered around. I had one camera, man. I'm like, I don't know exactly what to say. I fall on it. But like, yeah, that's what. That and maybe hoping run across a little something to get eye on. Yeah. That's about it. I'm waiting around till Thursday, man. I go into that what is it? M Center, Navigation Center. The Navigation Center, it's a place where you go like when you come in town and you're homeless, and it's they direct you toward the things that you need to get back on your feet. They really, around here, they really help. The floods got everything around here, you know, when it comes to the homeless. You know, they got the keys to the city, and what I mean is, like all the resources, of course, are familiar with them. So and they know the people that work at floods. So when they come in, you know, they know that that's the people that are supposed to be coming to them to get these services. You know what I mean? And so in that kind of way, it's just kind of it's not a rule or anything of that nature. It's just kind of implied that it's easiest to get a hold of them to get things done. You know what I mean? But like, I think they're getting a little too much power over this way. I do. I think that they're kind of isolating the situation, maybe. You know what I mean? Money. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about. That's what my guess is. I know a lot of it, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. Where'd that accent come from? What is that? My great grandma, she was Irish, and Irish and Indian. Ain't that the truth? That's crazy. I don't think she ever drank. I don't think she ever drank. A lot of times I'm out here hitting these alleys trying to make. I notice out here, like out east, recycling ain't really a whole lot of money in it, you know. Really.
Recycling.
Yeah, and because the rest of the county, they're like, what do you want me to do with them? You know, bottles. You know, what do you want me to do with that? I mean, all across the United States, it's like that, right? Except for here. And I get out here and you can actually make money hustling with trash. Steals, so that's what everyone else there does. Everyone else here steals.
They're stealing shit.
Absolutely everything. If you take your eyes off from it, they are going to snag it. They will come in teams, and literally teams coming. One will come up to you, talk to you, big bullshitting. Another one will come up, sit over here, see what you got in your bag while you're sitting right here, you know. Yeah, so no, but hey man, they talk to them, he's like, yeah, you look like that, man. The way to love it. You know, whatever stupid shit, you know. What I'm saying is what they steal doesn't have any value.
Right.
And it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that they're doing shit to somebody.
That's it.
Yep. That's all it is. And it's like a man can't get ahead if he can't take his hand off what he has. You can't. I mean, if I have a full hand, I can't reach out and grab something else. So, and my hands are always full. So, I'm pushing a shopping cart around town like a fucking idiot because I can't set it down. Because anytime I set it down, I got a lawman up my ass. Fucking can't wait to get me out of wherever I'm at, or arrest me and put me in jail. Then pretty soon it's gonna get worse. Their plan is to start arresting everybody on the street. I don't know. My guess, concentration camp. Well, you call it what you want, but yeah, they're hitting us with criminal charges is what they're going to do. How else can they take us off the street? That's exactly what they do. Yeah. I spent 10 years in that penitentiary, man. That's not living, dude.
You spent 10 years?
That's not living, dude. That's not living. There's no women, there's no children, there's no animals. There's no way to better yourself. Okay, I mean, okay, I got this time, it's dead time, I want to be something better, so when I get out I can do something. Nothing. None of that is there. When I got here, the house and milk you first. They want a percentage of your money, they want you to make a payment, you have to spend 3 years in a halfway house. They get 3 years worth of payments. It's just like being in prison. It's not. The only difference is you get to go out and work.
But the guy who runs the center is taking half your money?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And like so when like the state does the same thing, but when the state does it, they give it back to you. When the feds do it, you get nothing. They don't care. The state, they put that money to the side and then they give it back to you whenever you get out. You know, you succeeded. There you go. The way it should be. You know what I mean? But no, no, you beat. Now they were. In fact, if you make any money after you get out of prison for the first 5 years, they think you ought to pay for the bed that they just gave you. To God, yeah, they make you sign a paper saying that you'll pay that goddamn money back to them. Yeah, I didn't ask to be there, and the accommodations weren't worth paying for. You know what I mean? I couldn't see no family, couldn't see an animal, couldn't see a baby. No. You try to send me back, I'm killing you.
And what did you do to get 10 years?
I had people trying to kill me, so I hunted them down and shot them in the head. The halfway house. I did 8 years altogether. All of it. It was 8 years, 10 to 8 years. It took that long to get through it, man. I had to tell the cop that I had the gun on me after he frisked me. He didn't find it. When I heard that warrant come back, man, I just figured my life was over.
What was the guy after you for?
So I don't know. I asked him, man. He said he took my house from me. I met him at a homeless shelter, and that I was volunteering for when I quit cooking dope. The thing is that I owned a house. I took it from somebody. I mean, they had I was up in Kansas. I was up in Kansas City, and I stopped cooking dope, and so I felt like I needed to be more important outside that kitchen than in it. You know, everybody I know here would rather me just keep doing what I'm doing. You know, and but I was just done, man. I mean, it was all the pressure, all the risk, all the time, man. I got sick of living like that, you know. And so, like, I just quit, and I didn't think nothing about it, really. I still burned a little bit on the side to keep my friends high, so that, you know, they weren't out hunting and shit, you know what I mean, and having to hustle. But, like, other than that, I really didn't make nothing, but I went down to and I didn't get high no more, I quit. So I went down to and I joined the local church, the local mission. I started going down there that I found, and it was a lot of fun, man, and I'd go in there, and I'd volunteer and help with them and try to build a family like that, you know, in there. Well, as I do that, you know, these guys, I run into these guys, they need some money, man, and they need some gas money and some food. I give them gas money, and but I told him, I said, man, if you want anything more, man, you come over to the house and put in some work, man. I'm not trying to feed maggots, you know what I mean? So, but I don't have a problem helping. And so they're like, oh yeah, well, we'll come by, and they do. About 2 weeks later or so, they show up at my door. Well, that evening they came over, and I asked my neighbor if he had something that they could do. I said, man, I got everything over here done. I mean, you know me, I'm tweaked out. My house is fucking spotless. Every board's in place, every nail's in place. You know what I mean? It's the whole house. And like, so I'm like, hey man, you got anything? I got these guys come by, they owe me some money, man. Can you put in work or something? You know what I mean? You got anything to do? He's like, John, for you, anything, man. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks, bro. And they take they come that day and then they leave. And I don't see it for like 2 weeks, but they show up. I mean, they show up. They come in the middle of the night and they're like, man, you don't got no love for us, bro. And I'm sitting there looking at the time, they don't know that my daughter's coming to stay with me, and she wants to have her baby with me because she thinks she's pregnant. So I told him, and I already got a guy living in my house, man. He's a thieving fucker, and his old lady just lost her place, you know. But I have a big house, you know, it's a 4-bedroom. I told them they have to go they had 2 weeks. So I told these guys, man, I said, man, I'll tell you what. I know if I send you back out tonight, you're gonna die. Okay, I mean, it's a blizzard out there. Okay, it was a blizzard when it showed up. I was like, man, I know if I send you back out there, you're gonna die. So I said, so I got a place, man. You two can sleep, and your partner can sleep down there in the basement in that room. And he says, and they're like, cool. I said, but in 2 weeks, you're out of here, man. You better have your place to go, man, because in 2 weeks it's done. Give me that 2 weeks, man. I walk in my house, man, and I hear click. And I said, shoot. And then he's like, hey, John, you don't live here no more. I said, let me get my clothes since you don't have nothing here. I looked over and I seen that my bike wasn't in the front room where I was building for my son. And I knew if I didn't walk away right then, I wouldn't know where that bike was at, and I wanted it back. And so I started to get mad, and I grabbed a hold of my anger, man, and I walked away that day. Used to start showing up everywhere, and you try, I closed I'm across the street after that, man. After I walked the mass, I stopped to visit my neighbor over there across the street one day, a little while later. I don't know, a couple of days or a few days, maybe a week or two. I go by there, man, and as I watched the door close, after I walked in, I watched the door close. There's a man behind it, standing there with a knife. I look over and there's 11 kids sitting there, man, kids between the ages of like 4 and I don't know, maybe 14, just young black kids, his sons, his kids, and I'm like, God damn, you're gonna make me a kid's nightmare here? And he swings, and I let him stab at me 11 times before I got out of that building, before I got out there and off that property. But I didn't do a single thing, man, trying to get him to stop other than keeping something between us and watching. I kept moving every time he made a swing. And then after that, I left. And as I'm leaving, man, he tells me, he says, next time, man, he said, we're killing you and we're killing whoever's with you, man. So your church buddies ain't safe either. And at that point, I didn't have a choice, man. I went and I talked to Jeff Sabella, my friend, and I asked him, he runs the Kansas City mob before he died. And Boston boys, and I know him from years ago doing business in different matters. They said, I went in there and I told him, man, hey man, I need a pistol. He said, John, he said, you ain't carried a gun in 10 years. What the hell you need one for? No, and he's just joking around. And I told him, man, I'm like, dude, I said, I need one, man. He said, I got some problems I gotta clean up, man. And he's like, what? He's like, John, he said, why don't you step in this other room, man, and tell me what's going on? And he's like, I told him, I said, man, I got 170 now. I'll give you however much it takes me to, if you give me, it takes 10 years to the damn pen, and I get out and I'll pay you, man. Please. I need a pistol, and I want something clean so I'm not getting dirty for someone else's shit. And he's like, okay, I got you, John, I got you. And I walk in here and I said, yeah, he's like, come in here, man. And he takes me in his office and I sit there. And he passes me a 357, a box like that, and he slides it across the table to me. It's got a 357 Magnum in it, two speed loaders, and a box of shells. I took one of them out of it, stuck it in my watch pocket for me, and well, two, so I put it in my pocket for me. Just be on the same side. And I fucking loaded that sucker up, man, and it stayed loaded until I used it. I brought it back and he murdered another one, but anyway, he gave me another one. But yeah, then after that, I was up the street, man, and this little gal, I probably had to wait for this train to go by before you tell you the rest, because you can't hear nothing over top of it. Yeah, it's crazy. Gate destroyer.
Coming from Kansas, that train, huh?
Yep. But Kansas City's a hub. I come out here, man, when I got out of the pen, I got home, and everything that we had worked on, man, I was working with Sonny Barger.
No, who's he?
He's the leader of the Hells Angels for years. He's a friend of mine. He used to be somewhere out here. I don't exactly know where. I thought they got her on me. Her friend betrayed her. I take her from there and I take her over someplace, man, and she's so fucking goddamn, dude. She's so out of it, man. She's in and out of consciousness, and she's laying there, man, and she's fighting off phantoms trying to fuck her and shit. And I get her. When she does, you know, I go over and I sit there and I held her for like 8 hours, you know, and just tell her every time she started fighting another one, I'm here, it's just me, you know. But she would be so nasty when she wake up. I mean, nasty. I'm angry, you know what I mean? She just got, in her mind, somewhere she just got raped, you know. And anyway, she asked me if she'd call a friend, and I should have let her, man. But I didn't want her to feel like she didn't, like she was being controlling. I mean, I wasn't trying to. Well, man, I was trying to fucking goddamn save your life, girl. But finally I told the people's house I was in, I said, man, I've got to wake her up. You're going to have to bear with me, because they were about fed up with it. I'm like, I've got to wake her up, and you guys got to bear with me. I said, I got to know who the hell's behind us. Or I don't know how serious. If I need to make 2 jumps, and then before I can make a stall, or if I've got to get her the hell somewhere safe fast. I don't know who I'm against. I don't know if it's my boys, if it's cartel. I don't know who the hell's got her. You know what I mean? And it's like fucking so. With all my boys being dirty, fucking he could very well be him. You know. It was. She called the girl betrays her. They show up to take her at gunpoint, and I open the girl's house that I go to meet her, you know, to meet her friend, because her friend wants to be, she just can I go meet my friend? I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll do whatever you need, sweetie. So I take her where she needs to be, and this girl betrays her, man. And they're trying to get her for me to send the girl out, man, and I tell them that you're beat. You fucking beat. And she's like, they said, well, ask her what she wants. And I asked her, I said, sweetie, you want to stay or you want to go with them? She said, I will stay here. I will stay with you. And she fucking, the girl opens the door, and there's a guy pointing a gun at her. You know, not her, but another girl opens the door, and there's a guy pointing a gun at her. And so I stepped in front of her. And as the door in front, and I grabbed the door handle, and I said, "He's stalling. He's full of shit." Looking, and because I had another man kicking the other door in, trying to kick the other door in. So I closed it, locked, bam. He ain't trying to shoot. Looking, I hit the front door, and I stepped out on the front, and I opened up the door and stepped out on the front door and started whooping this dude's ass. As I do, I look over, and her friend has betrayed her. Woke her up, got her out of the house, and is pushing her head into a car down the block, just at the corner of the block. And I'm like, God. So now, and then the next time I see her again, and she's acting really strange. And, you know, I hunted her for a while until I found her. I finally found her again, and and she's like, should have put that. But she, when I finally find the girl, somebody just took my shit. They just down my shit, dog. Let's go to the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't care who they are. My shit's sitting up there, man. They messed my shit, and I don't care, dude. I got nothing to live for. I got nothing to lose. I want to die anyway. When I got out of prison, man, my whole life was destroyed. It would be a good place to start. But I knew he's dead now, you know. I don't know. I was locked up. The last thing I remember, man, I was on the Hells Angels and the guy, I forget the other side. Anyway, they were getting ready to have a bike war, man, and we were trying to stop it, and I didn't. And then all that happened. And I went to the pen, and some kid shot a 25-year-old kid shot somebody up north, and when that happened, man, my mom sent me. Sonny's dad's from Joplin, and Mom and him were, I think, foster kids or something like that, and it's the best as I can put it together. And Mom and Sonny's dad were foster brother and sister, and so my biker mom, Eva Long, she's like. She thought I was going to be somebody, you know, and thought I was going to keep her boys safe and things. I get on the pen though, man, and everything we done is destroyed. Everything's gone. Well, apparently, right before I got out of the pen, I read a book, and apparently we didn't win the war. We didn't get it stopped. And,
Where you from?
Joplin. I'm actually from Kenwood originally.
What state?
Well, I'm from Kenwood, Oklahoma, which is a
Oklahoma.
reservation. They'd probably send me if I had an address, but I don't have an address because I left, man. But I seen everything I seen when I got home, and I saw that everybody I know has their hand in the cookie jar and some dirty shit. I fucking called them all pieces of shit, and I come out here, and I met some folks, man, and then I went back there, and I told these folks out here, man, when I go back, man, I'm gonna tell them exactly what the hell I think about this shit. And I went back, and that's exactly what I did, man. I told them all, man, you're dirty pieces of shit. I started hunting them down, the ones that were in charge of those things. And then all of a sudden, my brother needs me to look after his sister, and she's fucking in foster brother and sisters, and he asked me to watch over his sister, man, because he's gonna die. He's getting ready to be killed, and he knew it. And then they take her. So I put it out there, man. I had to find the girl. She disappeared. I find the girl, and she's all strung out in one of my brother's houses. I finally find her 6 months later, man. I mean, I told everybody, if you stand between me and that girl, I'll kill you. You get her in front of me, and you got what you want, man. You want to hire a killer, whatever, I don't care. Put her in front of me, because I gave my word. I didn't have a choice. I promised. You know, I didn't know how to find her otherwise, but I figured if I put it out there like that, then somebody will want something from me, goddammit. They'll bring that girl to me. And they did. They brought her to my brother's place. And she's so heroined out, she can't even stay awake. And that's how I said, when I seen her, I realized who it was. I was like, what the fuck is going on here, man? And I'm like, these sons of bitches, all of you motherfuckers are dirty, you know? And I'm like, dude, I said, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I stood up and I pulled my blade out, man, and I'm like, but I'm sitting next to this chick, man, till she wakes up. They don't know she's family, you know, but so I'm sitting next to her till she wakes up, man, and I'm not parting from her because I think she has a clear head. So if there's any problems with him, let's deal with him. You know, he's like, you can't do that, you can't do that. And I'm like, the hell I can, I just did, and I am. And he's like, well, here, let's ask her. So you ask her. And she said, they woke her up, man, and she finally comes to, and she's like, they're like, man, hey, this man's trying to take you from here. Who do you feel safest with? And she turns, she looks around the room, she laughs, and I feel safest with this man right here, and man, her arms on each side of me down like that. I can't turn my back from the man. I came here because he fucking asked me to. I told him he could go fuck himself when he told me I was going to be alone. And he said, John, can you and I said, no. I said, that's not a question, man. That's not free will. And I came back.
You confess your sins to him?
But I have to do that, he knows them all. I mean, he knows what I do. I don't do anything he doesn't tell me I can. I don't fuck everything else, you know. I live as right as I can, but I live amongst the hardest of the hard. So, you know, I'm sorry. Sorry for what I've had to do or what I do to that tomorrow, you know. But if they try to put me in prison again, I'm telling you, we're going out. The motherfucker, I'm going for the motherfucker that wouldn't back off when I told him not today. Because you couldn't walk away. That's when you couldn't walk away, you know? He walks up to me and he asks me what I do, or he asks me whatever the hell he wants to say. If I'm taking care of something, goddammit, and I know the authorities are putting me in the bed, it's over. My next bit's 30 years, I'm not going back. It's not living. They killed me. You know, that's it. I plan to give them one chance, and let's back off. I'm telling you now, this is not today. If they don't listen, I'm going for that one right there first. The one that's in front of me, the man making that decision.
it's I want to get in. That's something I really don't care. It's just playing a game. Let's hear that. Then I know that might have kids. You know what I mean? They don't give me no chances. They don't give me no mercy. Fuck them. I fucking goddamn it. I've been out here fucking leave. I help everybody I can. And these motherfuckers, they got no love for me. Talk to him non-stop every day, all day long. During communication, man. Your relationship with God isn't like that. You hear the Spirit all the time. You talk to Him all the time. All the things that you say to yourself in that voice. You know that if you get rid of your physical part of your hearing and just listen to that part of it, that you can hear everybody around you talking. It sounds like such a clusterfuck. It's unbelievable. People sitting there telling you how much they like you while they're sitting there telling you how much they hate you. It's crazy ass shit. It will. I mean, as you get better and better at it, you realize you start hearing other people all the way around you. Everything spoken in that voice to themselves gets heard. It's spoken onto the spiritual planes. Okay? So when they speak it onto the spiritual planes, anybody is free to hear that. So no spirit, no material thing, nobody around you can hear that, you know what I mean? But if you are focused in the spirit, all of those things are easily readable, hearable. Oh, you know what I mean? I'll sit there and talk to a cop and I'll lead my friend into the situation, tell him what I need him to do exactly, and describe how I want it done. When he does it, when it comes up, that cop will sit there and say in his mind, "Thank God he don't know the truth." All this dumb shit. I'll sit there and listen to it. And okay, when you go around 4th Street, man, pull up on the far side, that's where he's at. You know, just sitting there talking to a cop, leave the situation, make him think about it, make him talk about it to himself, inside. Bam. Answers. Resolved. I walked through walls, and I walked through doors, and I walked through bullets, because he wanted me to do something. But I don't know if you call that saving. But you know, the people that they hired to handle those guys, their orders are to extract and get rid of. I forget the word of it. I spend my day trying to understand the world that I don't understand, Bub. So I walk around trying to see enough to stay ahead of the bullshit that's coming after us. You know, like these guys. If they see you have money, they see that camera, they see those things, they see anything of that nature, I figure on some type of study, I don't care. I know what I'm doing. You know, we formed the Joplin Honkies, man, years ago. The first time when we were being suppressed by 417. 417 is the area code for the guys that are above us in Joplin. Joplin, Missouri is a hub. Joplin, you have Kansas City, and you got Bakersfield. Those are the 3 hubs across the United States.
What are they hubs for?
The one, Kansas City and Joplin, north and south, and east and west. That's where they cross. Train tracks. Yeah. You know, like with your train tracks, you know, they want the tunnels that are up underneath this motherfucker here. Like, there's tunnels underneath here, all the way. Because when the cartel was building their train tracks, I mean, when they were building their undergrounds, they used those maps from the trains. So they're there.
Right. Right. So there's a tunnel under every track. Well,
pretty much all from here all the way up the coast. Yeah, there's
and they're
tunnels probably. I'm guessing drugs, people. That's my only concern. I don't give a shit about the drugs. I lost that girl, dude. I lost that girl that day. And when I seen her that last time, and she says, "They'll kill you and they'll kill the baby." And then she started talking like a damn baby. And I haven't got her to make sense. I haven't made sense of anything she said since. But I told her to come with me. She said, I told her, quit worrying about me, goddammit. She's right. I don't have a right to ask her to come with me again until I've gotten control of those things. So when I go home, I'm going to take control of those things. I need the boys here to do it. They're the ones that freed us. The HA freed us. When 417 comes to suppress us, the HA saved us.
because my partner told them they could go fuck themselves, man, when they come to squeeze us for money. They said, well, we see the Mexicans, when the Sinaloans came up here, it's not their fault they're here, you know that? Our government has such a high demand on the opium poppy. They caused that problem. All along that south border, man, those people are fighting for land. They're fighting for land because they want to grow poppies on it. Why? Because nothing pays more than the opium poppy to the United States. How many heroin users were there? There weren't. There are now, but there weren't. They did that. Worse than that, they're genociding families down there. Okay, genociding families, wiping them off because they can't sell the land. I want your land, I can't have it, but if I marry into your family, then I could, but otherwise I can't. So I kill everybody else on your land, other than you. Hey, I think you're kind of cute, man. That's nice tits. I stay out here in the streets. I don't have a place to stay, but I go to that. They don't have all this. They're not trying to keep. Oh yeah, they got rules, but the rule. It's not the rules. People out here don't need structure. That's the last thing that they're worried about. You can shove that shit up your ass. We need processes. Yes, we need taught those processes so that we can use them. Because there's nobody teaching you how to get your information, your Social Security card. There's no one out here showing you how to do that. Oh, there's people out here to help you get it, but there's no one out here showing you the process that you have to go through to do that. Sure, okay, well, you got to get this before you can get that. That's not what a man out here needs. Obviously, that's not enough. We need instruction because y'all have it so goddamn complicated. I need you to walk with me, show me, tell me to the door, this is what you do. First you go to this door, then you go to this door. You do that for everything else in the United States, but that we don't need you to. Why the fuck won't you do it where it's needed, you know? Go to this door, you take this homeless man, you show him by getting his ID. Now, you walk him through the process. Now you get his ID, now take him and show him how to apply for this. Show him how to apply for this. That means even if you have to do the paperwork for it, because you're his case manager, still show him. Make sure he's understanding what's going on in front of him. That way the next man that needs to know can ask him what he needs. No, son, you need to do this. That's how that needs to be done. And when you go down here, man, they're not worried about what's your Social Security number? We will make sure that you're in California and we know exactly where you're at and where you're eating and in case we want to poison your ass because we don't like you because you're a rat. You know, you're a mouse. You're a roach. You know, well, we don't like Western roaches, so let's send these places here. Just poison those ones. You know, I mean, that's paranoia. I know. I got you. I'm exaggerating. But my point is this. Why do you want to keep track of me? Why do you care where I'm at in the United States? Are you scared of me? I believe that I have the right to walk around without being tracked, right? That's a right that I have, right? So why are you violating that right, motherfucker? You're my enemy. You want that information. So when I walk in there, my enemy wants me to sign a piece of paper. Every time I walk in there to eat. My enemy wants me to sign a piece of paper. He wants to keep track of me. So I need to make sure that nothing gets signed when I want it signed, and I ain't no person absent, you know.
If you had 3 wishes right now, what would you wish for?
You sure the one offering ain't a gym?
What would you wish for?
One of those situations. Change something. Okay? I wasn't out there because I wanted to be. I was out there because Mom expected me to be, because my family were respectable. They raised me right. I know what right and wrong is. My dad tried to boil me, he wanted to break me. I don't understand that shit. I don't understand that kind of mentality. I was concerned about my girl. She had other people. She doesn't know me. She tried to bullshit me, so I don't much talk to her. But they're 20. I think my boy might be 26 now. Maybe he might not be that old. He was born February 16th, 1996 or 95. takes you check those things, man, it hurts. Too bad. I've never seen my daughter. I talked to her on the phone, and when she had the option, she went to my kid's mom, my son's mom, and I hate that bitch. I hate her, man. She told my son I didn't love him. And just, I mean, anything else that she should have done, I could have forgiven her for it, man. You tell my son I don't love him? What the hell's wrong with you, bitch? I spent like about 15 years, man, every day meditating, sending him energy, literally every day meditating to push him energy, to let him know I love him. He says it worked. He says, Dad, he said, I knew you were doing that. For real? Like, yeah. He said, so when Mom told me that, he said, I knew better. I fucking knew it. You know, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I was doing, Mom. I made it 2 weeks before he got a hold of me. And I fell down. I couldn't make it anymore. I needed him, you know. And I got, at that point, man, I fell down, dude, and I fucking gave up. I got out. I couldn't do it no more, man. And 2 weeks later, he calls me and says, Dad, I want to be part of your life. I waited 15 years. And I'm like, his dad is a murdering outlaw loser, okay? I am an outlaw. I am a thief. I am a robber, a murderer. I am, you know, oh, no matter how much good he does, will never be a good guy. Okay, well, guess what? The promises that I'm going back to keep put me on the same level. I don't want to be a new man. I want to be a good man, you know? I want my kid to... I want him to know the truth, man. Right? For 20 years, heroin didn't touch none of you kids. They were in my town, around my town. Because we made a deal. We were able to get the respect and the attention enough of the right folks to make a deal to keep our town safe for 20 years from heroin and any trafficking trades. It had to go around us. We made sure it was in the family's books and with the Sinaloans, in their business books and their family books. A very wise man did. They asked me to keep a promise to not let that promise to bring those people here become a dishonor or disgrace to his family and the man's family that brought them here. Yeah, how the hell do I accomplish something like that? That's what I'm going back to live up to. We're going to make it so far. I just hope that it's enough time. This isn't the first miracle I've had to do. We had to set him straight the first time. But I don't have a Randy Cockrell next to me this time. I want it back. I want the diamond. I want the Joplin diamond back. Cockrell's diamond. I want the family to honor the promises that were given us, that we kept it. I want them to keep it. They're an honorable family. All the mountain families are honorable families. So why would they not keep the promise to us? Keep the shit around. It goes around our town. This is what it's done. It's turned it like this to like. Okay, since I got out and all my friends are dirty, and then just so some of the rules ain't been kept. I want my kid to know. That would be my second wish. I want my son to know the truth. My daughter too. I don't mean to exclude her, but like I said, she chose his mom. He chose me. Carl Alexander Marble. MRBLE. Yeah, he's on Facebook. Carl Alexander Marble. He was named after Curly. Carl Robertson. He was the best friend of the largest amphetamine dealer that ever existed. Johnny Castro. They say that man was to the amphetamine world what George was to the cocaine world. I grew up around a bunch of outlaw bikers, man. Some of the most righteous motherfuckers you'll ever meet in your life. But we're bad guys, man.
I policed those outlaws all my life, dude. With the men that I walked with. And my life's gonna be gone soon, man. But my son, I know what he says he believes, but he doesn't know. He has no clue what the hell we did and why. We had men charging us $150 a week in the penitentiary, and we had women who had been paying for a year and a half on their kids, and they were getting ready to bump it up. Yeah. When Coco found out about it, we changed it. The angels told us that they could do it for us in 12 murders. It'd be done. Money wasn't an object. The gooses said they could do it in 10 for us. Of course, we're going to trying to as few as possible. Mom turned to me and said, "Son, if I can do it in 7, could you handle it?" I can ask my normal questions so I know I'm in the right. I got you. I mean, 20 years, man. We didn't have to worry about heroin. But yeah, I didn't know it was anything different. I didn't know what I see out here. When I walk out here and I see this shit, man. You know what I mean? When I called them boys out, man, they finally come down to where the Spirit came to me, man. The Spirit told me, "What would you do if I sent this person and that person to you to let you know your life's in danger?" And I'm like, "I know it is. It just doesn't matter. I know it will be soon if it ain't." And he says, "Well, what would you do if I send these people to you? What would you do?" Well, these people had a problem about 14 years before, man, and parted ways. One lives one lived out here in California, and one of them moved to New Mexico. The next morning, both of them showed up at my house and told me my life was in danger. The next morning, I did what I told the Spirit I'd do. Whatever they asked me to. They wanted me to leave. I left town. But I don't have no place to go, man. I got sisters. They got 14 and 16 kids, you know. One's in Kansas, one's in Oklahoma. But the thing about that is, I couldn't walk up there to their house, man, without the first question being, "Are you on drugs? Are you high?" And I am not putting that in front of my nieces and nephews. That is not the image I want them to see. I'll never get to see them because of it. I'm not going to live long enough to pick something like that. No, not something to pick something like that. You don't understand. They're paranoid. They have such a drug problem, man, that you can't get around it. Drugs have never been a problem for me. I use them, yeah. Gotta have them, yeah. Because I fucking have to deal with fuckers like you. You know, not you, but I mean, you know, that's not been a problem. The problem is that you're hunting me down trying to kill me because I'm using it. When my actions have been the same all the way through and have been noble. You know?
What was last?
I get high every day, bro.
On what?
Amphetamine. Meth and pot. The pot keeps me from killing people. Because believe me, it crosses my mind every time I see one of these bastards pulling some shit. I just get rid of him, it's done. So a couple of them better watch it too. When people are hurting people. I know. You make sure I have my pot every day. I don't think it matters whether I kill them people. No, it doesn't. You know, there's one principle that a Kingsman stands on, and I am definitely a sanctuary Kingsman. And that is, don't stand for themselves.
It's what?
To stand for those that can't stand for themselves is what a Kingsman does. And if these boys don't press that limit, then it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what happens to them. It doesn't matter what I have to do. I'm not going to be held accountable for that. I have no choice. You know? It's not the math, man. The men that were out there in it, man, they were bad, man. And they kept a lot of people safe. Like I said, I personally have gotten married to 2 serial killers, so I know it.
Yeah.
Pleasure, buddy. What's your name?
Paddy.